Good morning, America. Good evening, Europe, and late night to everyone watching from sunny Seoul, South Korea. We are about ready to go into game number 2. The map is going to be Shakura's Plateau.
And after that first map there, we saw Huck cheese Moon with a 4-gate. And that's a strong opener in a best of 5, as you said, messing around with the mindset. Knows he can get in a quick game by doing that, and a quick win indeed it was. And the second map is about to get underway on Securus. And interesting to see if the styles will change up. Will Huck now play a more safe-oriented style? Will he go for that forge expand? We'll have to see.
As the game is loading, keep in mind Huck plan going exactly properly, managing to get an easy first win. Generally, you end up taking a loss when you try to do that sort of early attack tactic in this best of 5 situation, but this means that Huck can easily play his long-term management style. Huck is good at all phases of the gameplay, and here we are. In the top right position, the man who no one expected to get all the way to the finals, and I'm certain no one expected him to have only lost 1 game up to this point. If you would like a 17-1 man to take the victory, give a cheer for Liquid Huck. And in the bottom left, Moon has been in a terrible spot so many times in this tournament, but has still managed to make his way back for a win. If you would like to see him take the DreamHack Summer Championship, give a cheer for We Made Fox's Moon.
And I was thinking a little bit about the preparation for the final, best of 5. And you think about who's actually here supporting Huck. You've got all these great fans, obviously, but most of all, Team Liquid are here supporting him, helping him choose decisions like to cheese in that map. And if we go over to Moon, who does he have here really? MC's not going to really give too many words of advice because on the same team as Huck. And Startel July, well, he gave a quick quote to us earlier, and the question was, what do you think the score will be? And he says Huck will win 3-2.
Wow. I mean, July having a lot of confidence in his Zerg versus Protoss, but unable to thwart Huck in the semifinals. Once again, we see the spawning pool, extractor opening for Moon, not getting the pool quite as early as he was before. And look at this, continuing to do this annoying probe glitching. He is mining this mineral field just a little bit, doesn't want to actually take the mineral, just wants to prevent Moon from starting mining himself. And in the right corner, we do see, wow, Liquid Huck going to be going for a Nexus first. Very, very long-term focus. Really needs to get that forge up soon.
And yeah, brave choice there. Did manage to get that scout in and see that there was no early aggression, no early spawning pool, and it's quite safe to go ahead and get that Nexus up and running early on. And I'm also just looking at the bracket so far from how the players both progressed from here. Moon in the group stage did lose versus Huck, but then went on to 2-0 White Rara, 2-0 Naniwa, both Protoss players, and so he has progressed in his PvZ, but is this going to be the deciding match where he can show it to everybody in the grand final, or will he crumble to Huck's style?
Interestingly, Huck has not even yet built a cannon. How long will he try to stretch this advantage thin? We do see, once again, Huck sneaking a probe up to the north end. We see all those Zerglings moving out. I think that Moon is going to be quite surprised to see that this cannon has not been started yet, and this is a smart play by Huck. He's going to build a gateway, but when the first one finishes, he cancels the second one and replaces it with a cybernetics core. This is going to allow Huck to delay this cannon for a very long time.
And let's have a look over what Moon's doing now. Has taken off gas, is building speed. Will he be going for that fast third, or will he be trying to tech up as fast as possible?
And it looks like Moon is going to manage to spot that probe. Very nice play by him.
And will he decide to continue with this third base? If so, but that scouting probe was excellent because he could have gone ahead and scouted for that third base if possible. Over in Huck's base now, we do have that cybernetics core building. As you said, all the chrono boosts as well being used on top of these Nexuses.
Yeah, I love this sort of economic Protoss versus Zerg style that we've seen crop up in recent times. A lot of ways that the Protoss was winning previously was by getting those Void Rays up a little quickly, the Dark Templars up a little quickly. But we've seen the Zergs have a certain kind of resilience in those early stages. So now what are Protoss doing? Taking it to the late game. Once again, we're seeing Huck get a lot of probes up right now and starting that warp gate upgrade.
And I'm just looking at the units tab now. 30 probes for Hug, 22 drones for Moon. And as you said, that third base is up and running now. How is Hug going to play against it? He is starting to research the warp gate. And Hug style, he loves 6 or 7 warp gate style.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes adding in that blink for extra effect. We'll have to see if he will continue with that into this game. Adding on the sentry to help defend against any form of aggression, because that probe was chased down. There is no confirmation for Hug what exactly Moon is doing. Moon does, on the other hand, see exactly what Hug is doing, sees the sentry, and also sees the double assimilator has been added on.
Oh yeah, the double assimilator is going to be a gigantic indicator of what the possible strategies Hug can employ. Definitely not going to be able to get a lot of those usual early harassments. It's going to be a big gateway play. And what did we see Hug do against La Lush earlier in this tournament? We saw him do an only sentry fast third base, absolutely unheard of before that match. So let's see if Hug will prepare that similar strategy, or whether he's just going to go for a big 5-gate push.
As you can see, the 4 gates now have been added on in the main, and the research is about 75% complete now for that warp gate. And what is Moon doing now still? Oh, just about now, adding on that Roach Warren inside the main. And altogether now, 62,000 online viewers now, day 9. Big number. Let's keep retweeting this, guys. Telling all your friends to join up. And let's see if we can reach higher than the current viewers.
Indeed, the peak last night was 87,000 viewers for Idra versus OGS MC. Neither of those players in this tournament. If we broke 100,000 viewers, that would set a record for this stream.
And that would be insane to do so. And now we have the Forge. Surprisingly going down, had not started any upgrades yet, so that's not a problem. He does add on another Forge in the main. Twilight Cancel is just now being begun for Hug. Scouting Lings do move around, and I'm going to see that Hug is moving down, so he gets the instant timing of that. And what is Hug going to do? Is he going to go ahead and take this third base straight away now?
Oh wow, it looks like Hug beginning to move out. He's going to clip along this top wall, not just because it's a great place to do defensive force fields, but also because now he can take this Nexus now that the Zergling is down. Wow, Hug having a lot of great training here. Moon is going to respond after he sees these sentries by convincing himself that a push is coming, but no, Moon scouts the early third. What a pivotal scout right there by Moon. Incredible job. There's the +1 going down, the blink going down as well, and Moon, interestingly, has a very tough decision. Does he return back to drone production? He is at 60, would like to climb to 75, or does he continue to make units and go for an immediate attack? We see, oh, Moon looks like he is going to try to go for it, making nothing but Zerglings and Roaches at this point.
But definitely can't push out for a while though. Roach speed only just really starting in the Borrowed 2. Just building a few links, and Roaches does not want to get pressured back by Hug. Does not want to crush to anything. And 2 Stalkers by Hug coming out here scouting. Not sure if I agree with this. Is going to be moving around and losing both of these.
I do not know what the goal was for Hug here. He is almost done with Blink, so tries to run to a corner. All the Moon fans delighted that there is already some losses on the table for Hug. Unfortunately, nothing too great on the table right now. Hug is continuing to add on these photon cannons, and look at the food differential already. We're seeing Moon's macro start to help him pull ahead. 150 supply for Moon.
A little bit supply cap though, unfortunately for Moon, but now he does move out with a lot of units here. Roach speed about to finish, and also Borrow. How is Hug feeling with some force fields today? Because he's definitely going to need some against this amount of Roaches.
It looks like Moon moving to the vulnerable wide flank. Can he get good force fields in? The Roaches are moving forward, and there is the slice cutting off. Oh no, there was a hole on the left flank. Roaches are still continuing to wrap around. Hug not able to get the force fields that he needs. He does have Blink, can potentially pull back, but getting annihilated on the warp in. Moon advancing forward. It is not looking good for Hug right now. He has only 5 gateways. Can he get enough force fields to stay alive? This attack from Moon doing huge damage, and he sweeps up into the main.
And all the probes are being pulled off now. Hug in a lot of trouble. A lot of reinforcements are coming in from Moon. 24 Lings are now out. Now Hug is struggling, trying to get an Immortal out, trying to add on a double. robotics facility, but I think it's a little bit too late for Huck as all these pros are going down.
Oh, a key mistake with the force field will not let Huck be able to sustain his third base, trying to do Blink Micro to stay alive. We see more warp gates trying to get established, trying to get Chrono Boost, but those Zerglings and Roaches from Moon doing too much damage. More Stalkers get warped in, but the third base is still not going to be able to get up for Huck. He is trying to micro as best he can, but look at the Zerglings streaming in.
Oh my god, there are so many units here, and Huck microing to the best of his ability, but 66 food now versus 140. Moon has too many units.
It's good game. Moon manages to take game number 2. And in a shocking twist, it is Huck who is not able to win a longer Protoss vs. Zerg. That is the first loss that Huck has had in this matchup.
I know, and that puts his results over at 17-2 now. Still impressive, but can Huck master his nerves and continue through into the next stages of this tournament? And I'm getting an invite ready for the next game. The next map, by the way, is going to be Crossfire.
And we did get the chance to see Liquid Tyler in the booth giving a little bit of words of advice to his teammate Liquid Huck. I mean, that is a very, very good person to have on your back shoulder. So let's see if Huck can pull through in this next match after this short break.